The Philadelphia Eagles are playing in their final home game of the season as they take on the Arizona Cardinals, led by former defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon. The Philadelphia Eagles, if they win out, will become the number 2 seed following last night's loss to the Detroit Lions. It's a meeting of the minds here at Lincoln Financial Field, the last home game of the season. Welcome to Bird's Nest Media's coverage of this game. I'm Joe Donahue. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your patience hanging in there if you're stopping by. This game was, we were running into a little bit of issues getting the stream set up here, but we are all set to go at this point. So thank you so much for hanging out and for joining us today. Just wrapping up a couple of very minor things here before we get things going here, getting the last little bit of this set up. The Eagles are going to receive the ball first here, so it is getting kicked off, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will get this started on their own 25-yard line. And here comes Jalen Hurts. So Hurts is going to line everybody up. And our first play, Hurts is in the gun, back to his left. Hurts is going to take the snap, hands it off to DeAndre Swift. Swift going to power up for about 3 yards. That's going to bring up 2nd and 7 for the Eagles. Again, sorry about the delay here, getting everything going. It was just a very, very, a little bit hectic this morning, and I was trying to get everything set up and was running into delays here, so I appreciate you all for sticking with me here. So it's 2nd and 7. Hurts is under center, back behind him. Hurts takes the snap, quick throw behind him to DeAndre Swift, who's going to pick up about 5 there. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles from their own 33-yard line. So you got 14 minutes-ish left in this first quarter. Thank you. Thanks, John. Good to see you. All right. So we got Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Smith wide out to the near side. Hurts takes the snap back, looking. Pressure coming. He throws. It's caught by Kenny Gainwell behind the line of scrimmage. Going to get up to the line of scrimmage and not much else. That's going to be 4th down. So the Eagles starting off this game with a 3 and out. Not exactly the way you wanted to see the Eagles to get started with this game here, but that having been said, it is 4th down. So we'll probably see the punting unit come on here. It's definitely early in this game. Yep, Braden Mann on to punt it away. Mann takes the snap, and he does kick it off. And it's going to get fielded back inside the 15, down like the 11. And it's going to get returned back up to the 20, to the 25, and that's where they're going to get dropped. So it's about a 15-yard return. It actually gets up to the 26. So it will be 1st and 10 for the Cardinals, and out comes Kyler Murray. So yeah, not exactly what the Eagles were hoping for there on that first drive, but the Eagles defense is going to get to work. And Murray lines up under center, backs behind him in the eye, and then one moves to the slot in the near side. Murray takes a snap, fakes the handoff, and he's going to throw, and it is caught, and that is going to be a 1st down, and gets to the 40, 45, down to midfield. And that is McBride there. That is actually gets into Eagles territory, gets to the Eagles 48-yard line. It's a 26-yard return, or a 26-yard pass there, so not a good start on that front. Not a good first play for the Eagles there. If the Eagles were overlooking this game, that's a problem. We got 12:20 left in this first quarter. 1st and 10, ball's on the Eagles 48. Murray under center, back behind him. Murray takes a snap, hands it off, and is going to bounce out to the left or to the far side and gets up about 5 yards. That is Connor there. Gets to the Eagles 43-yard line. So it'll bring up 2nd and 5 for the Eagles. I'm sorry, for the Cardinals. My bad. Kelly Ringo continues to be in for Darius Slay, who is out. Avonte Maddox is returning to this game today. 2nd and 5, Murray lines up under center. Man in motion, back behind him. Play clock is winding down. Murray takes a snap, hands it off, and is going to get dropped at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd down. That's Connor again. James Conner on that run. That brings up 3rd and 5 for the Cardinals. Eagles would really benefit from a big 3rd down stop here. This is the last regular season game at home at Lincoln Financial Field. Murray in the gun, back to his right. Play clock is winding down. Murray takes the snap, back, looking, throwing, and that is caught. That is caught for a 1st down. That is Dortch on the reception there. Greg Dortch, one of the wide receivers. Yeah, he does hold on to that football, so that is a 1st down. So Murray lines up under center. Ball is on the Eagles' 36-yard line. Murray takes the snap, fakes a handoff. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is incomplete. It was at the hands of, it was at the feet, basically, of number 85. That is Trey McBride, one of the tight ends. That's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals from the Eagles' 36-yard line. Forgot to update my little arrow there. So, okay, so Murray lines up in the gun with an empty backfield. Takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught. It is well short of the 1st down marker. It is going to bring up 3rd and 6. It was caught at the 32. That is McBride again. That is Trey McBride. So that brings up 3rd down and 6. A big 3rd down stop needed right here for the Eagles. Eagles, one of the worst teams on 3rd down defense. They enter this game 30th in the league. They have improved there slightly over the course of the last couple of weeks. Murray lines up in the gun. Man in motion. Murray takes a snap, throws. It is caught down at the 1st down marker is number 84, Elijah Higgins, one of the tight ends. That is a 1st down for the Arizona Cardinals. So that does bring up 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. It was caught at the Eagles' 25-yard line. So 1st and 10. Actually, they credit him for an extra yard there, so it is 7 yards. All right, so 1st and 10. Murray in the gun, back to his left. Ball's at the 25-yard line inside of 9 minutes in this first quarter. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Dortch. Dortch is going to cut up and then go to the outside, picks up the 1st down, gets to the 15. What is this team doing right now? What is this Eagles team doing right now, just allowing the Arizona Cardinals to move down the field on their first drive? This is simply unacceptable. The Eagles need to improve from here because this is, it's just absolutely frustrating seeing Cardinals, one of the worst teams in the league, entering this game 3-12. Murray lines up under center, I formation. Man goes in motion. Hurry. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Dortch. Dortch going to break down inside the 10 down to the 8. They'll actually only credit him to the 9, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 4. Eagles defense not looking great on this first drive. Connor has 4 carries for 21 yards. Murray on this drive, 4 for 5 for 44 yards. It's a 65-yard drive so far on 9 plays, taken more than 4 minutes, or almost 5 minutes, really. And the clock just keeps running here. Murray's in the gun. Connor to his left. Murray takes the snap. Back, looking. He's got all day. Now he's going to roll out to his right. Now he's going to roll out, picks up the first down, gets to the 2-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and goal from the Eagles' 2-yard line. Murray had all day back in the pocket on that, and the Eagles couldn't get anybody there. And he's able to pick up the first down and is just a couple yards away from the first score of this game. He actually runs out at the 3, so it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. So Murray lines up in the gun, back to his left. That would be Connor. Murray calls for the football and is going to run out to the left. Freeman coming in, fumble, and that is going to be recovered by Murray. That would be Milton Williams credited for the fumble, for the strip sack fumble there, but it is recovered by Arizona, so it's going to be 2nd and goal still, but it's going to be 2nd and goal now from like the 12-yard line is where Murray recovers that football. Reed Blankenship was very, very close to recovering that. So Murray lines up in the gun back to his right. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor going to bounce to the far side and gets to the 10-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd down. Does not get any farther than that. So the Eagles need a big 3rd down stop here. Shaquille Leonard credited with the tackle there on Connor. And here we go. Murray lines up in the gun. Mercado to his left. Murray takes the snap. Back, looking, throwing. It is incomplete. And that was very, very close to being a late hit there very, very close to being a late hit there on DeMercado, but that is an incomplete pass, so that is going to bring up 4th and goal from the Eagles' 10-yard line, and that will send the Arizona Cardinals field goal unit out to attempt the field goal. Their kicker is Matt Prater. A little chip shot for him. Snap, hold, kick is up and good. So we have 5:09 left in this first quarter, and the Arizona Cardinals draw first blood. It is the Philadelphia Eagles 0, Arizona Cardinals 3. So, yep, I mean, Eagles were able to hold the Cardinals to 3 points, but unfortunately, the Eagles were not able to do quite as well in getting in keeping the Cardinals from moving down the field on their first drive, which is definitely one of the most frustrating things I've seen. Again, the Arizona Cardinals, one of the worst teams in the league right now. They are actually, let me check here. Right now they're actually in possession of the second overall pick in the draft. So they're the 2nd worst team in the league right now. So to allow them to move down the field and almost score a field goal on their first drive is beyond frustrating, and the Eagles defense needs to step up and do a little bit better here as the game progresses. So the Eagles defense kind of woke up at the end of that drive there and was able to hold them. But let's see if the offense can do the same, because the offense actually had the ball to start first and they went 3 and out. So Eagles offense needs to step it up a little bit here. I appreciate you all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. So definitely feel free to do that. Share it to your social media pages. Matt Prater is coming out to kick this one away. And he does, and that's going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will get the ball to start on their own 25-yard line. So Hurts is in the gun back behind him. Hurts takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Swift. Hurts taking it, throwing, and that is caught by A.J. Brown for the first down. Down around the 41-yard line is where he's going to get stopped. But that is an Eagles first down. It is the first Eagles first down of this game. Brown does a little bit of, he cuts out there, but he kind of does a little bit of a cap route there. So Hurts in the gun, takes a snap, quick throw to Devontae Smith. Smith going to bounce up to the 45-yard line, is marked out of bounds at the 46. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 5 for the Eagles following the pass to Devontae Smith there up the near side. We have 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in this first quarter here, folks. So Hurts is in the gun, Swift to his left. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to cut up to the near side and gets down to around the 49-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for, they will actually mark him down at the 3, or at the 48, so it's 3rd and 3. Yo, Jordan, Philadelphia Eagles. Yep, good to see you. Thanks for stopping by here. We are inside 4 minutes left in this first quarter. Ball is on the Eagles' 48-yard line. Hurts is in the gun. Kenny Gainwell to his right. Grant Calcaterra goes in motion on the far side. Hurts takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Gainwell, throws to Calcaterra. Calcaterra in Cardinals territory, down to the 30 to the 25-yard line. Or to the 29-yard line, actually, is where they're going to mark him out of bounds. So it is 1st and 10 for the Eagles following a 23-yard pass to Grant. I'm sorry, that's Dallas Goedert. I'm sorry. Grant Calcaterra going in motion kind of threw me off a little bit there, but that is Dallas Goedert. So Hurts is in the gun. Swift to his right. Hurts takes the snap. Hands it off to Swift. Swift going to power forward. Picks up about 6 yards there. So that's going to bring up 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4 for the Eagles. Gets to the 23-yard line of the Cardinals. Hurts is in the gun. Swift behind him. Smith is wide out to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to bounce out to the near side and is going to lose a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 4 for the Eagles from the Cardinals' 23-yard line. We have about 2:25 left in this first quarter. Statistically, they're actually going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage. I don't know. I question that. I think he was down about a yard shy of the line. So 3rd and 4. Hurts in the gun. Back to his right. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off, and that's going to get down to about the 20-yard line, just about a yard shy, so we'll probably see a brotherly shove here. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this first quarter. That was a 3-yard pickup by Kenny Gainwell, and yes, the Eagles are lining up for a brotherly shove, and Hurts is definitely getting shoved forward, but he does have it. There is a flag down, so we're going to check on this flag here. And the Cardinals lined up offsides. That is our first check-in with Bill Vinovich, who is the official for this game. So the Cardinals lined up offsides. That would be strong. So that denied the Eagles. The Eagles are going to take the yards from the offsides. So that's going to actually push them to the 15-yard line. It is still a first down for the Eagles. But 1st and 10 now from the 15. Appreciate y'all hanging out here, folks. This is the last home game of 2023. Hurts is in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Gainwell. Gainwell is going to pick up about 3 there. It's also the last home game of the 2023 regular season for the Eagles. The Eagles will go to New York to MetLife Stadium to face off against the Giants to close out the season. That time is still to be announced. We won't know the schedule for that until likely tomorrow, once all the games today have wrapped up. We are inside of a minute left in this first quarter here. It is 2nd and 8. Eagles are on the 13-yard line. Hurts sends Swift in motion behind him. Stops him up at the right side. Hurts takes the snap. Back, looking, throwing. Has man in the end zone. That is Julio Jones for a touchdown. Eagles. Julio Jones gets into the end zone, and that is going to put the Eagles on the board. Julio Jones running a little bit of a crossing route there into the back far corner of the end zone. And Thomas, who was covering him, just simply had no chance. And the Eagles go on top in this game. We have 36 seconds left in this first quarter, and that's going to send Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Elliott snap, hold, kick is up. And good. Right down the middle. And with 36 seconds left to play in the first quarter, the Philadelphia Eagles are on top 7-3. It's a little bit more comfortable of a spot for us right now as Eagles fans. So I appreciate y'all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Working on getting some good guests here for you in the next couple weeks, especially as the Eagles get set to make a playoff run. So definitely stay tuned for that. So where do we think we're at right now? Drop it in the chat. Would love to hear from you. What do you think about this first quarter here? We're almost 15 minutes of the way through the game. So now is as good a time as any to check in here, to hear from you. I will say for me, was not particularly thrilled with with the Eagles' first drive and the bulk of the first drive of the Cardinals. From an Eagles standpoint, the Eagles should not really be letting the Cardinals march down the field in the manner that they did. And the Eagles' first drive being a 3-and-out kind of is disappointing, especially given how the Eagles ended the first quarter. Eagles should be up by more scores, but that first drive definitely feels like a letdown there with the 3-and-out. But yeah, definitely let me know what you think in the comments throughout this game. Love to hear from you. Do a quick check around the league. I'm sure many of you know the Cowboys defeated the Lions by a point in ref ball yesterday. So definitely, I mean, unfortunately, officials make mistakes, and it does happen. But the Eagles, I mean, the refs did have some of that good. I mean, the refs were confused there a little bit at the end by what the Lions were doing too. So there was a comedy of errors. Right now going on, we got Miami on top of Baltimore 10-7, New England on top of Buffalo 7-3, Chicago on top of Atlanta 7-0, Houston on top of Tennessee 3-0, Indianapolis on top of Las Vegas 7-3, Jacksonville on top of whatever. Elliott kicks it away, and it's going to get fielded, and it's going to get brought back out to the 20, to the 25, 30 ish. Where did they mark it down? I'm sorry, I'm not seeing the numbers here. Gets to the 33-yard line, so not the best return there. For the Eagles, but yeah, Jacksonville's on top of Carolina 3-0, and it's scoreless in MetLife. And I'll update you on other games in a few minutes here. Murray lines up under center, man in the backfield, man goes in motion. Murray takes a snap, quick throw, incomplete off of the hands. They're saying, yeah, it's incomplete. They were chasing after it to make sure that it wasn't like a backwards lateral, but the refs did rule it forward, so it is incomplete. He was looking for Rondale Moore. So Rondale Moore kind of like bounced off of his hands or bounced off of the back of a player and what have you. So a little rough there. We got 2nd and 10, a little bit of a miscue following that or in that play. So following that miscue, we've got 2nd and 10, Murray in the gun, Moore to his left. Murray takes a snap, hands it off to Moore. Moore in the backfield, facing a lot of pressure, barely able to get back to the line of scrimmage, does pick up about a yard or 2 there. They'll actually credit him for 2, so they credit him up to the 35. But Brandon Graham and players following him we're swarming more in the backfield. That is going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. So we are 15 minutes of the way through this game. The Eagles are on top 7-3. Yeah, so just a quick refresher of the scores right now. Miami is on top of Baltimore 10-7. They've got 3.5 left in the first. New England on top of Buffalo 7-3. They've got 8.5 left in the first. I don't know what's going on there, why they're so far behind. Chicago is on top of Atlanta 7-0. About 3:17 left in the first quarter. Houston on top of Tennessee 3-0. Houston has the ball there though. They're approaching a minute and left in the first. Indianapolis 7, Las Vegas 3, 3:44 left in the first quarter there. Indianapolis has the ball on that. Jacksonville 3, Carolina 0. 15 minutes left in the second quarter in that game. They just moved there. The New York Giants are losing to LA, so it's 7-0 there, LA. 3:07 left in that game, or in that first quarter. 7-0 in the New Orleans-Tampa Bay matchup. They just moved into the second quarter, and then San Francisco is on top of Washington 10-0. In the highly, highly, highly unlikely event that San Francisco loses this game and the Philadelphia Eagles win, the Eagles will move back into the number one seed, but the Eagles do need to win out in order to clinch the number one seed. And at this point, because the Cowboys defeated the Lions, the Eagles do need to win out in order to in order to clinch the NFC East title. Eagles could be the first team in 20 some odd years to Eagles could be the first team in 20 some odd years to be repeat NFC East champions. It's the weirdest streak in the NFL right now. There has not been a repeat NFC East champion since the Eagles made it to Super Bowl 39. When the Eagles won the NFC East there. So, all right, so we are back from the commercial break. We're at the start of the second quarter. The Cardinals have it on their own 35. It is 3rd and 8. Murray is in the gun, back to his right. Trey McBride lines up in the slot to the near side. Murray takes a snap. Back, looking, throwing. It is caught by Moore, and then it's fumbled and recovered by Bradbury. And the Eagles might have a turnover. We'll see what they actually rule this here. He might be down. Yeah, the ground can't cause a fumble. So he might be down there. Yeah, they're going to rule him down. A good effort by Avonte Maddox, though, to try and get that. But Rondale Moore does hold on to the football, and his forearm does hit the ground. So Moore is going to go off the field to get that left forearm checked there. But that was close. But it is a first down for the Cardinals. So 1st and 10 from the 46 of the Cardinals. We've got 14:51 left, or 14:50, 49, 48 left in this second quarter here. Murray in the gun, empty backfield, takes a snap, back throws. That is caught. It is in Eagles territory, down to the 40, down to the 39. They actually will credit him only to the 40, and that is Elijah Higgins on the reception. So we are at 14, 27, 6, 5, 4, 3 in the second quarter here, if you wanted to sync up. Murray is going to line up under center, man in the backfield. Murray making a change at the line. And he takes a snap, does a quick dump off, and he's going to power forward. That is Connor, gets down to the 30, picks up the first down, gets down to about the 27. Reed Blankenship and Kevin Byard do wind up bringing him down, but that is definitely disheartening there. And now Reed Blankenship getting brought over to the sideline, over to the medical tent, it looks like. So hopefully he's okay. Reed Blankenship having a stellar season this season. Murray is in the gun, empty backfield after he sent Connor in motion to the far side. Murray surveying everything. Calls for the football. Back, looking, throws, and that is caught, and that is down to about the 20-yard line is where that's at. So that is Dortch there. Greg Dortch. So That's a 7-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 3. Jordan Davis heading off to the sideline. Avonte Maddox coming back in. Murray in the gun, back to his left. Murray takes a snap, back, looking. Pressure is coming. Murray is sacked. Murray is sacked. That is the first sack of this game. Loses 4 yards. Jalen Carter there on the sack. And that brings up 3rd and 7. Jalen Carter dominating right now in his first season. Definitely a strong candidate for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Yep. Carter was actually going for like the strip almost there. All right, so Murray is in the gun, back to his right. Murray takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, intercepted, and that's going to be brought back to the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, into midfield, 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Philadelphia Eagles. That is Sidney Brown on the interception, and the Philadelphia Eagles have a pick six. That is a monster of a pick six there. And that is what this Eagles team needs. Something to give them life as they're heading to the playoffs. That was intercepted at the 1. It is a 99-yard pick six. Sidney Brown turns up the field, gets his blocks, gets everybody, moves down the field. And the Philadelphia Eagles put more distance between them and the Arizona Cardinals. Jake Elliott is on to kick this extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. We've got 11:44 left in this first half, and the Eagles take over. And it is 14-3 following a monster pick six by Sidney Brown. Oh boy. Eagles defense letting the Cardinals march down the field again. So again, on the whole, the drive wasn't like the best for the Eagles defense, but that play, that critical play right there at the end, was able to stop the Cardinals from scoring. And Sidney Brown was like the only person there too. So I don't know who Kyler Murray was throwing to, but he launched that one, and Brown was at the 1 where he caught it. So that's incredible. That's exactly what you want to see an Eagles team do. So I am curious, coming into this game, if the Eagles have had what the Eagles' defensive scores have looked like here. The Eagles haven't had a defensive score since their matchup against Dallas on December the 10th, when Jalen Carter recovered the fumble at the Cowboys' 42-yard line. That was a fumble recovery return for a touchdown. And then they haven't had a pick six since the New England matchup, since the season opened. Darius Slay returned a pick six there. Yeah, Sidney Brown that was just kind of like some bad route running by the Cardinals, but Sidney Brown was right there, and there was no other Cardinals receiver remotely close to him. So Eagles are going to kick this one away, and that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals will get the ball back to start at their own 25-yard line. Eagles defense going back to work, but the Eagles defense might have a little bit more life now with the pick six that they just had. So that is, again, a huge moment there. Drop your thoughts in the chat. Would love to hear from you, and definitely please feel free to like and subscribe to Birds Nest Media because it really helps the channel out. You got 11:44 left in this first half. Murray lines up under center, man in the backfield. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor going to bounce out to the far side and is going to pick up about 2 or 3 there. They will credit him for 3 up to the 28-yard line. That is going to bring up 2nd and 7. That is their 5th 99-yard interception for a touchdown in team history. It's the first time it's happened since Malcolm Jenkins did it in 2015. Murray lines up under center, and somebody jumped, but they were able to get back on side. Murray takes a snap and hands it off to Connor. Connor going to pick up the first down. One of the defensive linemen did jump there a little bit, but they were able to get back because the Cardinals did not snap the football. Mora Ajomo was the player that almost drew the offsides penalty there. But instead, Connor is brought down by pushed out of bounds by Reed Blankenship after he picked up 10 yards. So 1st and 10, ball is on the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Murray takes a snap, does a quick throw off to Moore, and is going to get to the 40, and that's it. Gets to the 41, actually. It brings up 2nd and 7. Kelly Ringo coming in there and bringing down Rondale Moore. So we are approaching the 10-minute mark left in this first half here. Murray lines up under center, man in the backfield. Murray takes the snap, fakes the handoff, back, throws. It is caught, and that is going to get brought down short of the first down marker, and that is Trey McBride once again there. So that is going to bring up 3rd and 2. He only gets to the 46-yard line, needed to get to the 48, so it's 3rd and 2. And we got 9.5 left in this first half here. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. Murray lines up under center. He lines up in the gun, man in the backfield. Back moves in motion to his left. Murray takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught by Dortch, and that's going to get into Eagles territory down to the 48-yard line. Greg Dortch is there. It's a 6-yard pickup. That is Dortch's 3rd catch so far this game. He has 19 receiving yards. And that is going to give the Cardinals 1st and 10. Cardinals have gotten into Eagles territory every drive, but only have 3 points to show for it so far. Murray in the gun, back to his right. Now another back goes in motion. Murray takes the snap, back, looking, throws. It is caught by Moore. Moore is going to get down to about the 42-yard line. Brought down by Kevin Byard. Brought down by Nicholas Morrow, my bad. It is a 6-yard pickup. And we've got 8 minutes left in this first half. Eagles run defense not doing all so great right now. Murray under center, takes the snap. There is a flag down. Murray hands it off to Connor. Connor powers up to about the inside the 40, but we're going to check on this flag here. We got an illegal shift on the Cardinals, so that is going to march them back 5 yards and nullifies that pickup. So it brings up 2nd and 9. So Murray lines up in the gun. We got a back to his right. We got a man going in motion to the far side. Now Murray sends a man in motion, goes to an empty backfield lineup. Murray takes a snap, back, looking, fakes a throw, fires, overthrown, incomplete. He was looking for Wilson there. He was looking for Michael Wilson, but just overthrew him. We do have a flag down, so we're going to check this flag here. We got illegal contact on the Eagles. They got Kelly Ringo for that, so that is going to give the Cardinals a first down. Five-yard penalty, but it does give the Cardinals a first down, so Murray seems to have a lot of time in the pocket. Murray lines up under center, man in the backfield. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor is going to get back to the line of scrimmage and immediately dropped. So we got 7:15 left in this second quarter. And it's 2nd and 11. They actually will rule him having lost a yard. So Brandon Graham on the sideline. Hopefully he's okay. Inside of 7 minutes left in this first half. 2nd and 11. Murray in the gun. Direct snap almost to Connor. Connor going to power forward to about the 35, gets down to about the 31-yard line. That is going to give the Cardinals a first down. So Cardinals running game able to absolutely run all over the Eagles secondary. Connor has 10 carries for 60 yards, and we're not even through a first half. The only other player to have positive running yards is Rondale Moore, who has 8 yards so far on 2 carries. Murray lines up under center, man in the backfield. Murray takes the snap, hands it off, and is going to power, gets down to about the 15. Down to the 25, my bad. 2nd and 4. Eagles defense needs another key play here. As we are approaching the 5.5 minute mark left in this first half. The Cardinals will get the ball to start the second half. This game's moving pretty quickly here. 2nd and 4. Murray in the gun, back to his left. Murray calls for the football, hands it off, and that is going to go nowhere, really. Picks up about 2. That's Michael Carter picking up about 2 yards after the officials ruled his forward progress stopped. So feel free to drop some comments in the chat. Also, feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Murray lines up in the gun, back to his right. 3rd and 2. Murray takes a snap, back, looking, throwing, and that is going to be caught. But it is short of the first down marker. Trey McBride gets to the Eagle. He picks up 1 yard on that reception, gets to the 22-yard line. So that is going to bring up 4th and 1. And the Cardinals are going to line up to go for it here. We'll see what they decide to do. Snap, dumped off to Connor. Connor picks up 3. So they do pick up a first down there on that 4th and 1. So the Cardinals do keep the ball. It is 1st and 10. Murray takes a snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor going to roll out to the near side, picks up about 3. Here's what I'm going to say. When the Eagles fans are screaming, run the football, we're talking about running the football like this, where there's a consistent commitment to running the football. Connor has 13 carries for 71 yards so far already in this first half. So Murray's going to line up in the gun, Connor to his right. Murray takes a snap, back, hands it off to Connor, picks up about 2. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 7, actually. They're only going to credit him for 1 yard there. So 3rd and 7 from the Eagles' 16-yard line. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Both teams do have all 3 timeouts if they want to take some time and hold on to the football there for a minute. But this game's really just churning because the Cardinals are running the football for the most part here. 3rd and 7. Murray is in the gun. We got a back to his left. Murray takes the snap back, and they're going to kill this because one of the Cardinals players jumped off sides, or I'm sorry, false start. They got Humphreys on that, so that's going to make it actually 3rd and 12. DJ Humphreys, yeah, that was supremely obvious. He's like a full step back before the ball snapped. And that does bring the game to the 2-minute warning. So the Eagles are on top, 14-3, but the Cardinals are within striking distance once again here. And again, the Cardinals just tearing up the Eagles' run defense. I don't know what's going on here with that, but the Eagles defense is just absolutely not able, and this has been a theme over the course of the last several weeks, not able to shut down the run game. Eagles' run defense is 8th in the league. They're allowing 95.2 rushing yards on average going into this game. Cardinals already look like they're going to match that and beat that average just because of how effectively they are running the football. The Cardinals are the 32nd team in the league in terms of run defense. They allow 147 rushing yards per game on average. So it's curious as to why the Eagles aren't running the football more consistently, because the Eagles have the personnel to do it, and the Cardinals are not a defense that you would expect to be able to put up much of a fight in the run game. And yet the dominant run team is the Arizona Cardinals. The Arizona Cardinals right now entering this game have allowed, or their offense has 129.2 rushing yards in the game. Eagles' run offense is a little bit better, 131.1 rushing yards per game. That is 6th in the league. But this is the kind of stuff, right, where you would expect when we're talking about, when you hear Eagles fans chant "run the ball" during the game, and you hear Eagles fans like begging for the team to run the football, we're talking about running the football consistently, as the Cardinals are doing right now against this Eagles team. So, 3rd and 12. Murray's in the gun, back to his left. Murray takes the snap, back, looking. Pressure is coming. Murray is going to take off himself, and he's going to slide, and he is going to be short of the marker by a bit. He only gets up to the 16-yard line. Kevin Byard gets there to officially mark him down, but he does slide, and the Eagles take their first timeout of the half. They have 2 remaining. Clock stops at a minute 53 left in this first half. So we are coming here. It is 4th and 7. Matt Prater is on to kick a field goal here. We'll see what he does. He is 11 for 12 when it's 30 to 49 yards. It is a 34-yard attempt. Prater, snap, hold, kick is good. It just barely hugged the left upright, but the Cardinals do put points on the board. We got a minute 50 left in this first half. The Eagles offense going back to work. It is the Eagles 14, the Cardinals 6. Cardinals, again, they've had 3 drives. They've gotten into Eagles territory all 3 times. They only have 6 points to show for it. So if there's any bright spot you can look at about this Eagles team, it is that the defense is able to keep them out of the end zone. And again, Sidney Brown coming away with the interception, with the pick 6, huge for this team. But the Eagles have a lot of work to do, because that was a 16-play, 59-yard drive. It took 9 minutes and 54 seconds off of the clock. So the Eagles right now are actually losing the time of possession battle by a lot. The Eagles are 6:38 in the time of possession battle compared to the Cardinals 21:32. Again, the big difference maker in the first half being the pick 6. So definitely feel free to drop your thoughts in the chat. Would love to hear from you. This is the last Eagles home game of the regular season. The Eagles possibly could host a game in the playoffs, depending on how they get seeded. Eagles are in contention for the number 2 seed. If they win out, they could be in contention for the number 1 seed if the San Francisco 49ers lose one of their next 2 games and the Eagles win out. The 49ers right now are tied with the Washington Commanders, which is not a sentence I expected to be saying. It is 10-all over there in Washington. It is with 4:33 left in the first half over there. Got 21 people in here. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. Eagles offense going to go back to work for just the second time this game, but again, they've got 2 touchdowns to show for their efforts. And Matt Prater is on to kick this away. We got a minute 50 left in this first half. Eagles have 2 timeouts. Cardinals have all 3. Prater kicks it away. And that is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles will get the ball to start at their own 25-yard line. Eagles offense has been outscored 17-6 in the final 2 minutes of the first half. We'll see what they decide to do here to try to get some points on the board. Hurts in the gun, Gainwell to his right. A.J. Brown lines up wide out to the near side. Hurts takes the snap back, looking, throwing, and that is overthrown to A.J. Brown. He was looking for A.J. Brown, just could not bring him in, and that does bring up 2nd and 10. Clock is stopped at a 1:45 left in the first half. Eagles are in control of this game, and again, the Cardinals, or from the points wise, but the Cardinals have been running the football and actually have control of the game. So Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes the snap, back, looking, firing, and that is complete to Devontae Smith down around the 33 is where he's going to get marked down. It is 3rd and 2. Clock is running about a minute and a half left in this first half here. Eagles offense has not seen the field much. Hurts in the gun, takes the snap, back, looking, throwing. That is caught A.J. Brown, who is wrapped up and brought down at the 47-yard line of the Eagles. Clock is running. We got a minute 10-ish. Minute 12. There is a Cardinals player down, so that is going to stop the clock. Yo, Dan. No worries, Dan. We do have an injury timeout on the field, so that is going to cause the Cardinals to burn their first timeout. So they've got 2 remaining, and we are stopped. The clock stopped at a minute 12. So. Yeah, Dan, I'm sorry. You and I are conflicted entirely here, right? Because Eagles need to win out, and to win the NFC East title, and then the Commanders need to defeat the 49ers if the Eagles want the number 1 seed. So, and if the Commanders don't do it this week, the Rams will do it next week. But I'm just surprised that the Commanders are tied with the 49ers at the 2-minute warning right now. We are in a clock stoppage, folks. There's an injury timeout on the field right now. The injured player is Williams, Garrett Williams, cornerback for the Cardinals. So he is being tended to. So we're in an injury timeout. While we're doing that, again, a quick check around the league. As I indicated, the 49ers and the Commanders are tied, 10-all, 2-minute warning. 49ers do have the football, so I wouldn't be surprised if they go ahead in that game. Miami is losing to Baltimore 14-10. They are at 3:18 left in the first half over there. Buffalo is on top of New England 20-7. They are at the beginning of the second quarter, 12:36. Chicago is on top of Atlanta 14-7. 5:23 left in the first half in Chicago. Houston is shutting out Tennessee right now, 20-0, 2:55 left in the first half. We are coming back from commercial. I will give you an update in a second here, but Indianapolis is on top of the Las Vegas Raiders, 3:53 left in the second quarter. It is 14-3 in Indianapolis. Jacksonville 9, Carolina 0, 2:45 left in the first half. Giants and the Rams are tied 7-all, 5:44 left in the first half. And then New Orleans on top of Tampa Bay at the 2-minute warning, 7-0. So Hurts is in the gun, back to his left. Hurts making some adjustments, takes the snap. Free man coming in, he throws. It is caught by Dallas Goedert, but he's going to lose a yard. And the clock is running. We are inside of a minute left in this first half. It is 2nd and 10. Ball is on the 42. Hurts is in the gun, Gainwell to his left. Hurts takes the snap, back, looking, pressure coming, throws, caught by A.J. Brown into Cardinals territory, and it is down at the 48-yard line. It is 1st and 10. The clock is stopped at 43 seconds. So 1st and 10, ball on the 48. Hurts in the gun, back to his left. Brown lines up wide out to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, back, looking, throwing, caught by Dallas Goedert down inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up 2nd and 1. Eagles trying to move here, and actually the clock is now stopped at 38 seconds because the Eagles are going to take their second timeout here. So they have one remaining this half. Ball is on the 39-yard line of the Cardinals. It is 2nd and 1. Eagles offense moving the ball down the field pretty quickly here. So again, we're just hanging out. I appreciate you stopping by. If this is your first time here, please feel free to like and subscribe because it really helps the channel. Working on getting some awesome guests as the Eagles get ready for a playoff run on the Birds Nest podcast, which we'll definitely get some episodes going here for you, especially we'll definitely have a post-game episode for you today. I hope you all had a great Christmas and a great New Year's. That is definitely important there. I hope you had some a great day with great Christmas day with your families, and I hope that you all are enjoying the New Year's weekend. Let me know in the comments if there's any interesting plans that you guys do. One unique Philadelphia tradition, especially if you're not from the area but you're an Eagles fan, or even if you're not an Eagles fan and you're just curious, one of the things that happens on Christmas Day is the Mummers Parade. It's pretty much an all-day parade that goes down Broad Street, starts at City Hall and goes down towards Broad and Washington, heads towards South Philadelphia. And it's been a parade that's been going on for a long, long time. The Eagles, when the Eagles made the playoffs and the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and won Super Bowl 52, and we saw Jalen Kelsey dressed up in that outfit. That was actually an outfit from the Mummers, one of the Mummers string bands, which are kind of one of the big highlights of the parade. Live musical performances, just a unique way to celebrate the new year. So, if anybody's been to the Mummers parade, definitely drop some comments below. Additionally, I mean, my uncle's actually in the Mummers Hall of Fame. He was music director for the South Philly String Band. So, Hurts is in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes the snap, back, looking, firing deep. Has a man in the end zone, incomplete. He was looking for Devontae Smith, and he was covered by Thomas. Starling Thomas the fifth. And it looked like there could have been some contact there, but that ball wasn't really... Yeah, They have not caught. They haven't really been calling that there. So we got 32 seconds left in this first half. Hurts is going to line up and fake the brotherly shove. Does a lateral back to Kenny Gainwell. Throws. Caught Devontae Smith down at the 21-yard line. Little bit of trickery there by the Eagles offense, and that puts the Eagles down at the 21-yard line. The clock is stopped, it looks like, at 24 seconds. But yeah, Kenny Gainwell with the pass there. It's a 17-yard pass, gets down to the 21-yard line. Little bit of trickery there. There is a stoppage. I don't know what the stoppage is. The Eagles took their third and final timeout. So, Eagles are out of timeouts for this half. Got 24 seconds left in this first half, in the second quarter here. So we'll see what Brian Johnson decides to call for this moment. Brian Johnson, offensive coordinator, is the play caller for the Eagles. It is Nick Sirianni's offense, as he went out of his way to stress numerous times lately, but Brian Johnson does call the plays, so we'll see what he decides to call. Hurts is in the gun, back to his right. Julio Jones in the slot to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, back. Pressure coming. Hurts is going to throw, and it is tipped, but it is caught by Julio Jones, in for the touchdown. Again, Eagles get a touchdown to close out pretty much this first half, and it is once again Julio Jones for his second touchdown of this game. And the Eagles go up now 20-6, pending the extra point. What was also important there, Cratcheray tipped that football. Sacheret, that's how you pronounce the name. Andre Sacheret tipped the football as Hurts was throwing it, and Julio Jones still able to come down with the pass and was able to break into the end zone. Elliott up for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is good. Eagles do tack on the extra point there. And with a grand total of 16 seconds left to play in this first half, the Philadelphia Eagles put another touchdown ahead or under their belts and go up on the Cardinals 21-6. So that, I mean, little bit of deception there towards the end, and then really fortunate tip there. Fortunate that the ball didn't go ricocheting too much, but Julio Jones still in the right place at the right time to be able to capture that football. So that is huge, and Jalen Hurts able to spot him. And we have a game in Philadelphia. The Cardinals will get the football to start the second half. So the Cardinals, even if they decide to just knee it into halftime, they'll have an opportunity to field the to march down the field, and they've been doing that decently well throughout the course of this game so far. Yeah, so once again, please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out if you're new here. Do try to. I'm trying to get a number of guests on over the course of the next few weeks, especially as the Eagles gear up for a playoff run. Quick check around the league right now. The other game Eagles fans are watching right now is the 49ers-Commanders game. The 49ers are on top of the Commanders 13-10. That game is in halftime. Baltimore is on top of Miami 21-13. That game is inside of the 2-minute warning. Buffalo is on top of New England 20-14. They've got about 8.5 minutes left in the second quarter there. Chicago is up 21-7 over Atlanta at the 2-minute warning. The New York Giants are losing to the LA Rams 14-7. They are inside of the 2-minute warning. And Jake Elliott is on to kick this away, and that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals will get the ball to start at their own 25. We'll see what they decide to do. That Eagles drive, 9 plays, 75 yards, took a minute 34. So we got Murray in the gun back to his right. Murray's going to take the snap. Back, pressure coming. Throws incomplete. Incomplete. He was looking for Rondale Moore, it looked like. Actually, no, he was looking for DeMercado. So Murray in the guns, 2nd and 10. Back to his left. Murray takes the snap, pressure coming, hit as he throws. It is caught by DeMercado, gets to the 33, 34 yard line. So it is 3rd and 1. But this is going to bring us to halftime. So we are at halftime, and the Philadelphia Eagles are on top of the Arizona Cardinals, 21-6. Cardinals will get the ball to start the second half. So here we are. So yeah, I would say it's a decent first half by the Philadelphia Eagles, but the Cardinals have been running all over them, and the Cardinals have really controlled a lot of this game, at least in terms of the pacing and at least in terms of other things here. The Eagles have relied pretty heavily on Eagles offense has been able to move down the field for the most part, but Julio Jones now has his first game with 2 touchdowns since week 6 of the 2020 season when he was a member of the Falcons. So Julio Jones kind of doing a little bit of redemption there for him, and this is a big game for him right now, and he's definitely showing his contributions here. We're going to switch over to some stats here, so we'll check on that. But definitely, please feel free to drop your thoughts in the comments here. Hang on one second before I. The display capture didn't exactly behave the way I was expecting it to, so I want to do that. There we go. I want to do that. There we go, and that. And here we are. Alrighty. So, let's take a look at this game because again, there's been some this is one of those games also where like it feels closer than it actually is statistically. So, it feels closer, like on the whole, than it actually is by the points, right? So, um, and that's really been mostly because of how the Cardinals have been able to control the pace of the game. So, Eagles certainly on top again, 21-6 halftime. But what has been going on? Well, we'll take a look at the team stats here, and this is your big number. Time of possession down here, the Cardinals have had the ball for 21 minutes and 48 seconds in this first half, compared to the Eagles' 8 minutes and 12 seconds. So that is pretty big. That's a huge difference, and and it shows in how the Cardinals have been able to get down into Eagles territory every single drive that they've been in the game. Now, compare that to and then the other thing too. I mean, like the Cardinals have 13 first downs to the Eagles 8. Cardinals doing not doing quite as good as the Eagles are on third down, but the Cardinals have had some more opportunities. So they are at 50%. Eagles are at 60%, but they're 3 for 5 to 4 for 8. So it's not like that's a dominating statistic there, but it's definitely disappointing to see the Eagles defense giving up so many third downs. And again, that's been an area that the Eagles have struggled with over the course of the season is third down conversions. And a lot of that is because the Cardinals seem to be getting into like third and short, fourth and short, or second and 5, second and 7, third and 3, and what have you. And that's because of how many rushing yards they are putting up. The Cardinals already have 84 rushing yards. The Eagles entered into this game with an average of about 90 something. I said it earlier. I forget exactly what the number is, but the Eagles did get the Eagles only have 21 yards on the ground compared to the Cardinals 84, and when you're running the ball that much, you control the pace of the game. Eagles, conversely, in the passing game, they have 131 passing yards compared to the Cardinals 95 there. So that's good. Why are the Eagles so far ahead in this game? Well, it is because of this statistic here, the number of interceptions. Again, it is the pick 6 that Sidney Brown delivered for the Eagles. So there we are. Yeah, but definitely feel free to drop some comments in the chat. I'd love to hear from you guys as we're moving through here. Jalen Hurts in the first half, 11 for 13, 114 yards. So he's been good. Like those are solid numbers. 142.8 is his passer rating so far. And then Kenny Gainwell had that one pass there as well on the little backwards lateral there to Kenny Gainwell, and Gainwell launched it to Devontae Smith. So that's why he's got a passing statistic. So far in this game, A.J. Brown has been Hurts' favorite target. 4 targets, 3 catches, 35 yards. But Julio Jones has been the biggest contributor in the passing game with the 2 touchdown passes, especially, and they're just showing the replay of the one right now during Fox's halftime show, with Julio Jones being able to adjust and pick up the pass that was tipped by Sachere. So Kyler Murray, 12 for 17 in the passing game for 99 yards. Again, the 1 interception. No touchdowns. The Cardinals have not found the end zone, even though they've gotten into Eagles territory. All 3, or each of their drives, except for that last one where they kind of ran the clock out. But yeah, the big thing here, Connor, 14 carries for 72 yards. His longest run being a 13-yard run. That's the kind of stuff like when you commit to a run game, your running back's able to control the pace of the game. So that's the advantage to committing to a consistent run game. You don't have to run the ball every play. That's going one-dimensional in the opposite direction. But you want to the reason why the run game is so important is because of the fact that it does a good job of setting up the pass, and it also does a good job of controlling the game. And if you are the Eagles and you want to be in control of the game right now, you gotta double down on being able to run the football. So that's where we're at. But Trey McBride, 4 catches for 36 yards. Higgins, 2 catches for 21 yards. Dortch, 3 catches for 19 yards. But where the Cardinals have been really the most present has been in that run game, and they've been the run defense of the Eagles has been really taken advantage of in this game. And Cardinals are one of the top 10 run offenses in the NFL, so it makes sense that they would capitalize on a weaker run defense, or at least a run defense that's showing holes. But it's just bothersome at that point. So. But yeah, definitely let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you, especially as we are moving forward here. We got a couple more. We got 30 minutes left of football. Just a couple other games around the league. We'll just give you a little bit of an update on. So Baltimore on top of Miami, 28-13. That's got 41 seconds left in the first half. New England and Buffalo just reached the 2-minute warning. New England is losing to Buffalo right now, but it's only by 6 points, so 14-20. Buffalo's on top, 20-14. Other games are at halftime for the most part. You got Chicago 21, Atlanta 7. You got Houston 20, Tennessee 3. You got Indianapolis 14, Las Vegas 3. You got Jacksonville 9, Carolina 0. You got the LA Rams 14, New York Giants 10. And you got the New Orleans Saints 17, Tampa Bay Buccaneers 0. The other game Eagles fans are watching, because this impacts Eagles seeding, is the Commanders are losing to the 49ers 13-10. If the Commanders win, the Philadelphia Eagles will be in a good spot to reclaim the number 1 seed, as long as they are able to win both today and next week in the season finale against the New York Giants. It's also been a relatively quiet game for the referees. Only 4 penalties so far this game. 3 of them coming against the Arizona Cardinals. Only 1 of them coming against the Eagles. So, relatively quiet game. But again, let me know what your thoughts are. I'd love to hear from you. We are coming back here from the halftime break. Yeah, they keep showing the Sidney Brown pick 6, the 99-yard pick 6, which, again, that's the first defensive score since Jalen Carter returned a Cowboys fumble 42-yard, or from the Cowboys 42-yard line. So that was a 58-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown that happened earlier this month. And then it was the first pick 6 since the beginning of the season, when Darius Slay picked off Mac Jones for a pick 6 there. So. And it's only been the It's only been the 5th time the Eagles have returned a interception 99 yards for a touchdown. You have to go back to 2015 and Malcolm Jenkins to be able to find the last one. Eagles are getting set. We are coming back from the halftime break. Jake Elliott is going to kick this one away. Cardinals are getting the ball to start this second half, and the ball is kicked away, and it goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Cardinals will get the ball to start on their own 25-yard line. Again, Cardinals' run game has really set the pace of this game. So we will see what Matt Patricia and Sean Desai is still the defensive coordinator, but we will see what these guys decide to do with their with the halftime break here. Murray lines up under center, Connor deep in the backfield. Murray making a change at the line. He takes a snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor going to run about 4 yards there before he's stopped. It's going to bring up 2nd and 6, gets to the 29-yard line of the Cardinals. So we've got 14 and a half left in this third quarter here. Ball's on the Cardinals' 29-yard line. Murray in the gun, back to his left. I'm sorry, back to his right, my bad. Murray making some changes here. Snaps, hands it off to Connor. Connor going to pick up the first down. Picks up 6 yards, gets to the 35-yard line. I don't know what's... looked like there might have been a little bit of a scuffle there at the end there, but it and they're actually going to mark him a yard short. So Murray going to line up under center, hands it off to Connor. Doesn't matter. Connor's going to pick up the first down. Yeah, they move him downfield. They move downfield. So it's 1st and 10 now. Ball is on the Cardinals' 35-yard line. That time they definitely got it. It looked like they got it the first time too, but the officials ruled them a yard shy, so the Cardinals had to pull it away there. So 1st and 10, Murray lines up under center. Murray takes a snap, fakes the handoff. Murray throwing, and that is caught by Dortch, gets to about the 41-yard line. Clock is running. We are at 12:58 left in this third quarter here. I'm sorry, that was McBride. My bad. McBride picked up 6 yards on that, gets to the Cardinals' 41-yard line. 2nd and 4. It'd be really good if the Eagles were able to get a stop in the backfield here, force a 3rd and long. 2nd and 4. Murray under center. Man goes in motion to the far side, back in the backfield. Murray takes a snap, hands it off to Carter. Carter going to bounce out to the near side and gets inside Eagles territory to the 50, to the 45, pushed out of bounds by Reed Blankenship down to the 43. So that's going to bring a 1st and 10 for the Cardinals at the 16-yard run. And that is Carter's 3rd carry of the day. And he almost doubles his total number of yards. I'm sorry, his 2nd carry of the day, my bad. It's definitely his longest run. So Murray is in the gun. Empty backfield. Man goes in motion to the near side. Murray takes the snap. Back, looking, throwing, and that is caught. And that is going to be a 1st down. It is does get to about the 32-yard line. That was Wilson on the reception there. That was Michael Wilson, and then Eli Ricks is the one who's able to stop him. Yeah, he does get the first down, though. So 1st and 10, ball is on the 32. Murray is in the gun. Carter, the back to his left. Murray takes the snap, does a quick throw, and gets caught down to the 26-yard line. And that is Michael Wilson again. And that brings up 2nd and 4. So a 6-yard pickup for Wilson. And Murray is going to line everybody up. He's in the gun. Carter lines up to his left. Murray takes a snap, hands it off to Carter. Carter going to cut up and then turns up to the, gets down to the 10, down to the 5, where he's finally going to get swarmed by Eagles players. And that brings up 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. There was just nobody who was there. Carter gets through untouched down to the 10. And then he finally gets wrapped up by Sidney Brown and others. Eli Ricks also gets credit for the tackle, but Sidney Brown doesn't even begin to touch until the 10. 9.5 left in the 3rd quarter. Murray under center. Carter in the backfield. Takes a snap, hands it off to Carter. Carter going to get dropped in the backfield, loses about 2. They actually only credit him for a loss of 1, so it is 2nd and goal from the Eagles' 6-yard line. And again, the Cardinals' run offense here is moving the football down the field quite efficiently right now. Taking advantage of a bottom of the league, or taking advantage of a quickly falling Eagles run defense. So Murray is in the gun back to his left. You're inside of 9 minutes left in the 3rd. Murray takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It's caught by Carter. Carter is going to get in for the touchdown. Carter in for the touchdown. He had to fend off some players to do it, but he does get in. And that does give the Cardinals their first touchdown of the game. Has to fend off Shaquille Leonard to get in, but he does. Prater on for the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is good. And with 8:42 left in the 3rd quarter, the Philadelphia Eagles maintain a lead, but the Cardinals strike back to start off the second half. It is the Eagles 21, the Cardinals 13. So Eagles defense not really doing a whole lot of stopping. Again, the Eagles defense being capitalized in the run game significantly. That was a 10-play, 75-yard drive that took 6 minutes and 18 seconds. Connor had 3 carries. James Conner had 3 carries to start the drive, but then a lot of the carries were done by Michael Carter, who had his longest run so far of this game. Michael Carter now has 4 carries, 38 yards. So it's definitely not the best I mean, the Eagles shouldn't be letting up these kinds of runs to anybody. But Carter's longest run was 21 yards, and that occurred on this drive. Alrighty. Thoughts on the Dallas Cowboys? I mean, I was rooting for the Meteor in that game. Thanks, Anselmo. Elliott kicks that ball off, and it goes out of the back of the. Prater kicks that ball off, goes out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So, Eagles are coming on to start it off here, and Hurts lines up under center. Swift in the backfield. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to get dropped for no gain. That's Barnes on the stop. Yeah, I was rooting for the Meteor in the Cowboys-Lions game that occurred last night. I mean, either way, the Eagles benefited. So, but yeah, there was a whole comedy of errors that occurred during the game last night, during the especially on that last 2-point conversion attempt. So Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Swift. Hurts throws, caught by Swift. Swift going to get up to about the 29-yard line. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 for the Eagles. He does get brought down out of bounds at the 29-yard line. So 3rd and 6. So Hurts is in the gun. Gainwell to his right. Julio Jones in the slot to the near side. Hurts takes the snap back. Throwing. Has Devontae Smith, and Devontae Smith drops it. It's through his hands. He had Devontae Smith. It was placed perfectly where only he could get it. And it's through his hands. It's through his hands, and he could not bring it in. And that brings up 4th and 5, and that's going to send the punt unit onto the field. So Braden Mann on to attempt the second punt of this game for either team. And he does boot this one away, and there's some collision there. We'll see. That's going to get fielded inside the 10. It gets brought to about the 22-yard line is where the Cardinals are going to start this one here. That ball was placed perfectly for only Devontae Smith to catch it, and Devontae Smith just could not haul it in. It was through his hands. Incomplete. Timeout on the field, 7:04 left in the third quarter. Cardinals about to go back to work. It is 21-13. Credit to Zach Berman of All Philly Sports for pointing out that Gainwell actually kind of practiced that throw in training camp. Gainwell lofted a left-handed pass of about 30 yards to an open Grant Calcaterra. And Gainwell is actually apparently ambidextrous. But yeah, Kenny Gainwell coming in and does throw. Did have that throw to make it there at the end of that first half. All right, so we are coming back from the commercial break. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Really helps the channel out. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals from their own 23-yard line. We'll see if the Eagles are able to put any kind of a stop to the Cardinals, because the Cardinals' run offense has pretty much had their way with the Eagles' defense all game. So Murray in the gun, back to his left. That would be Connor. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor going to pick up about 4 or 5 there. See how many they actually credit him for, but no surprise, Connor is able to pick up yards when he runs the football. 2nd and 6. They gave him 4 yards. Gets to the Cardinals' 27-yard line. Cardinals have been in control of the pace of this game all game. So the Eagles are ahead, and the Eagles went into halftime ahead. But the Cardinals have been in control of the pace of this game all game because of how dominant their run offense has been in this game. There is a stoppage. It looks like Jordan Davis is down, so hopefully he's okay. While we're doing that, quick check around the league. The 49ers go up on the Commanders 20-10. That's the only other game that the Eagles fans are really watching, because if the 49ers lose this game and the Eagles win out, the Eagles will have the number 1 seed. The Eagles have not yet clinched the NFC East. That is contingent upon upon them winning out. If they do, then they will be ahead of the Cowboys. So they will have it outright. No need to rely on tiebreakers here. But yeah, Jordan Davis getting moved off to the sideline. So again, hopefully he's okay. Murray is in the gun. Back to his right. Man in motion goes to the near side. Murray takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught down to about the first down marker. Is Trey McBride, and they do give him the first down. So it is 1st and 10 now for the Arizona Cardinals from their own 33. So again, Cardinals moving the football decently well here. We got about 6 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. Murray under center, I formation. Man in motion to the near side. Murray takes the snap, does a quick pass to Connor. Connor going to pick up the first down, gets into Eagles territory, down to the 45, down to the 44. Kevin Byard finally pushes him out of bounds, but and this is not good because Shaquille Leonard is on the ground right now, so he's there's going to be a stoppage. Again, hopefully he's okay. But again, that's a 22-yard run by James Conner there. So no part of the Eagles' run defense right now is at all acceptable. Shaquille Leonard is able to get off the field on his own power. So again, hopefully he's okay. We should see him. About 5.5 left in the third. Murray in the gun. Connor to his left. Ball's on the Eagles 45. Connor now moves to Murray's right. Murray takes a snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor going to finally get stopped at the line of scrimmage. Finally, the Eagles realize, you know what, we should probably stop him before he gets to the line. And they are able to crash in and pull him down for no gain. And now there's a Cardinals player down. That would be DJ Humphries, one of their linemen. So again, hopefully he's okay. Appreciate you all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Got an injury timeout now. 5:02 left in the third quarter. Cardinals have moved 32 yards on 4 plays in 2 minutes and 2 seconds. So again, it'd be great if the Eagles defense is able to deliver any kind of a stop here, but they have not demonstrated really for the most part that they've been able to. The Cardinals are 5 for 9 on third downs compared to the Eagles 3 for 6. Looks like Jordan Davis is out of the medical tent. He's on the sideline now testing out his injured leg. That's according to Dave Zangaro of NBC Sports Philadelphia. James Conner is over 108 rushing yards in this game here. We're coming back from commercial. Humphries is being helped on the field. So again, hopefully he's okay. Cardinals have had the ball for more than half the game. So they will win the time of possession battle. 30 minutes, 8 seconds so far compared to the Eagles' 9 minutes and 50 seconds, which is just absolutely abysmal. And you can kind of tell Eagles' run defense is Eagles defense is kind of breathing. It's the first time in the last 24 games the Eagles have allowed a 100-plus yard rusher. So Murray's going to line up under center. We are inside of 5 minutes. Murray takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Connor. Murray throwing, caught out of bounds now is Dortch, but Greg Dortch, but that's a 12-yard pickup. Pushed out of bounds by Avonte Maddox. That is a first down, though. But yeah, Greg Dortch picks up 12 yards there. Shaquille Leonard trying to tip that football, but was unable to. And again, the Eagles offense just sits on the sideline because the Cardinals are manhandling this Eagles defense. Murray in the backfield with an empty backfield. Murray's in the gun. Murray takes a snap. He's back. He's looking. He throws. It is caught. Another first down for the Cardinals, and that is Michael Wilson. So we are inside of 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter here. Cardinals have gotten into Eagles territory all of their drives. Murray takes a snap, fakes the handoff, and is going to keep it himself. He is going to be run out of bounds short of the first down marker, picks up about 8 there, but does get down to the Eagles' 12-yard line. So the Cardinals are in the red zone. So it's 2nd and 2 now for the Cardinals from the Eagles' 12-yard line. Murray lines up under center. Man in the backfield. Man goes in motion to the far side. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor going to power inside the 10. It's going to be 1st and goal. Gets stopped at the 5. Clock is running. We got 2.5-ish left in the third quarter here. Cardinals once again knocking on the door. Eagles have been unable to stop the Cardinals' offense except for a couple of key plays. Murray lines up in the gun. Connor to his left. Murray takes the snap. He's back. He's looking. Pressure coming. Murray is able to escape a sack, and pressure comes again, and he throws, and it is Connor for the touchdown. And just like that, the Cardinals are within 2 points of the Philadelphia Eagles. It was a pretty nice grab, I will admit, by Connor. It was a one-handed grab, and it was with Nicholas Morrow kind of very close on him. Cardinals are lining up for a 2-point conversion. They're probably just going to hand this off to Connor, who's going to get in for the touchdown here. But Murray's in the gun. Connor is lined up to his right. Murray takes a snap. He's going to throw, and there is a flag down. It is caught by whom? By Michael Wilson, but we're going to check on this flag here. Holding on Avonte Maddox, that's gonna be enforced on the kickoff most likely. But yeah, holding on Avonte Maddox, so that does the 2-point conversion attempt does succeed. So the game is tied. Game is tied with 2:01 left in the third quarter here. And it is this kind of stuff that is frustrating right now, because again, the Cardinals are showing the Eagles what exactly you can do when you commit to a solid run game. All right, what are your thoughts about this game so far? Because my thoughts are the Eagles' defense needs to show up. Prater on to kick that away, and it gets caught in the end zone. It is a touchback, so the Eagles will get started on their own 25-yard lines. Eagles have been outscored 30-0 in the third quarter in their last two games, and the Eagles defense absolutely should be sitting there dejected because the Eagles defense has been simply impotent. It was a 9-play, 77-yard drive, took 5 minutes and 3 seconds for the Cardinals. Hurts is in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes the snap, fakes the handoff to Swift, is going to keep it himself. Hurts is going to get up to about the 33-yard line, and that is going to give the Eagles, they're actually going to credit them to the 34. So it's going to be 2nd and 1, and let's just, do a brotherly shove for the extra yard there. Except, no, we're not. Hurts is going to line up in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to break through, picks up about 3 or 4. Does pick up the first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10, gets to the 38-yard line. Eagles have run 26 plays. Only 10 of them have been run plays compared to 16 passing plays. Cardinals, meanwhile, have run the ball 31 times. Hurts in the gun, takes a snap, quick dump off to Swift. Swift going to power forward, gets into Cardinals territory, does pick up a first down. Clock is winding down. We got 50 seconds left in the third quarter here. Gets down to the 46, it looks like there, the 46. So it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles from the 46-yard line. Hurts in the gun, Swift to his right. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to run, gets to the 40, gets to the 35-yard line, and that is another first down for the Eagles. Eagles deciding to, actually they only get to the 36, but it doesn't matter. It is a first down, and that also brings us to the end of the third quarter. We got 15 minutes of play left in this game here, folks. The Eagles and the Cardinals are tied at 21. DJ Humphries will not return, does have a knee injury. It's according to John McMullen of Sports Illustrated. Drop your thoughts about this game in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And please feel free to like and subscribe to Birds Nest Media because it really helps the channel out. Eagles right now, their run defense is abysmal. We need to get signs back up at NovaCare. 15 minutes left in this game here, folks. And the Eagles and the Cardinals are tied. Eagles are in Cardinals territory right now, but the Eagles, simply put, have not dominated. Hurts takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift is going to power forward, does pick up about 5 there, gets to 31. So Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Swift. Hurts looking, throwing. It is caught by Dallas Goedert. It is, and then he's tripped up right at the first down marker, but he does get the first down. Clock is running. Got 14:20 left in this game, folks. Ball's on the Cardinals' 25-yard line. After this, I'm going to work on a post-game episode that basically, I mean, at this rate, it's going to hold the Eagles' defense feet to the fire here. And the Eagles only have 60 rushing yards so far this game, which is flatly unacceptable. Hurts in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to get down to about the 19-yard line. So it is going to be 2nd and 4. That is going to bring up 2nd and 4. We are at 13.5 left in this game here, folks. Hurts is in the gun. Swift to his right. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift runs it up the gut, picks up about 3. Gets down to about the 22. I'm sorry, the 17. They do statistically credit him to the 16, but he's still short of the marker, so it's going to be 3rd and 1. So they're going to line up for the brotherly shove here. And Jalen Hurts is able to get the first down, it looks like. Possibly. We'll see. The officials are saying he's short. The officials are saying he's short. You know what? That's all right. They'll do it again. Hurts lines up for the brotherly shove. And there we go. Yeah, there's no question about it now. He gets down to like the 15-yard line. So rare needing to run the brotherly shove twice. But the Eagles do get to the 15, so it is 1st and 10. They do pick up that first down. We got 12 minutes left in the game here. DeAndre Swift goes to the sideline here, so we are there. Eagles are 92% on 3rd and 4th downs with 1 yard to go. That is better than the rest of the league, which is at 78% this season. Hurts in the gun. Gainwell to his left. Hurts takes a snap. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to run. Picks up about 5, 6, 7, 8 yards there. Gets down to the Cardinals 7 inside the 10-yard line. 2nd and 2 for the Eagles. Hurts has to retie his cleat. But Hurts keeps it himself and comes up with a run. 8-yard pickup there. So 2nd and 2 for the Eagles from the Cardinals 7. Eagles have run the ball 10 times this drive, only thrown it once. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes a snap, keeps it himself, runs to the outside, then runs to, and he's just going to lose like 10 yards there, it feels like. That was disastrous. He loses 7, so he loses all the yards that he picked up on that first down run. So it gets back to the 14-yard line. It's 3rd and 9 for the Eagles. And we will see what they decide to do here. My bet is it's going to be like a screen because that's how they're annoying with this. Hurts is in the gun, empty backfield. Swift goes wide out to the near side. And now we've got a timeout taken by the Eagles to avoid a delay game penalty. So that is their first. They have 2 remaining. And the clock has stopped at 10:02. So 3rd and 9. What do the Eagles decide to do here? Appreciate y'all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Trying to get a number of guests here, folks, for you for the Bird's Nest podcast as we move into the playoffs in a couple weeks. This is the last home game for the Eagles of the regular season. So Hurts is in the gun, back to his right. Now Swift goes in motion, wide out to the far side. And now we've got a stoppage here because somebody jumped. We'll see who they get. Looks like it's going to be on Arizona. And they do get Jones on the Cardinals for a neutral zone infraction. They get Naquan Jones there, so that is going to make it a little bit easier for the Eagles. 3rd and 4 now, following the penalty. So we got Hurts in the gun, Swift lining up to his right. Now Swift is going wide out to the near side. So we got an empty backfield. Hurts, play clock winding down, calls for the football. Hurts keeps it himself, is going to roll out to the right side. Throws, caught. Dallas Goedert, touchdown. Dallas Goedert puts the Eagles back on top. Yeah, and he stays in bounds there. He's got both feet in bounds with possession. That is a touchdown. Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is good. And with 9:55 left to play in this game, the Eagles take the lead again, 28-21. So, Eagles offense, once again, able to move the ball down the field. 13 plays, 75 yards, took 7 minutes and 6 seconds. Take a quick look at the play breakdown here. So now it's time for the defense to step up, and that's not something I have all the confidence in the world in right now. So, the third quarter, the Eagles' defense hasn't really shown up really at all over the course of this season. But the Eagles defense is kind of riding the struggle bus right now. So the Eagles defense needs, what would be really, really helpful for them would be a 3-and-out. Gives the offense an opportunity to get back out onto the field. But I definitely have concerns about the Eagles defense right now, being able to hold the Cardinals to nothing or a field goal or something like that. And definitely I don't have any confidence that the Eagles are going to be able to keep the Cardinals from holding on to the football for any length of time, because the Cardinals already have a 9-minute, 54-second drive, and there's 9:55 left in this game. So, and the Cardinals' first drive of the third quarter took 8:42. So the Cardinals are again, they're in control of the pace of this game. So it's now up to the Eagles defense to take that away from them. Elliott's kick does get fielded in the end zone, and it's brought out to about the 22-yard line by Dortch. So that is not the best decision by Dortch there, but it does give the Eagles defense a couple extra yards to work with. Gets to the 23, so it's a 24-yard return. But yeah, it's time for the Eagles defense to step it up here. Time for Matt Patricia to make some calls for the Eagles defense to shut down this Cardinals run game. So Murray is in the gun. We've got Carter to his right. We've got a man going in motion. Murray takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Carter, throws and overthrows. There are a couple of players, 85 Trey McBride and 83 Greg Dortch, both there. There is a flag down. They're probably going to get the Eagles for pass interference on that one, because the Eagles were just kind of hanging on Dortch there. Yeah, they get Kelly Ringo for pass interference. That is a 29-yard pass interference penalty. Puts the Cardinals into Eagles territory, and that absolutely is a boneheaded decision by Kelly Ringo there. So 1st and 10 now for the Cardinals at the Eagles 48. This is familiar. Carter is in the backfield. Murray lines up under center. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Carter. Carter going to pick up 3. It brings up 2nd and 7, gets to the 45. Looks like they missed some OPI on Ringo there, or OPI on Dortch, so whatever. I mean, 2nd and 7, I formation. Murray in under center. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Carter. Carter going to bounce out to the outside, picks up 10, 15 yards, gets down to the 27 of the Eagles. So that's an 18-yard pickup. Because, again, the Eagles' run defense has not been able to contain anybody on the Arizona Cardinals, because the Eagles' run defense right now has not shown up for anything. They haven't shown up since the bye. Murray takes a snap, hands it off, picks up 2. That's Michael Carter again. Apparently, Merrill Reese on the Eagles radio broadcast said it's past time for the Eagles defense to step up, and that is absolutely accurate. Murray lines up in the gun. We got an empty backfield. Ball's on the Eagles 25. 2nd and 8. 7:40 left in this game. Murray takes a snap, keeps it himself, runs, picks up 20, 15, 10, down to the 11-yard line. And it's an Eagles first down. It's a Cardinals first down. It's a 14-yard run. Kelly Ringo finally brings him down, but again, Eagles' run defense has been non-existent since the bye week. Murray lines up in the gun, back to his left. 7 minutes in this game. Murray takes the snap, back, looking, throwing. It is caught by Dortch down around the 7. They actually credit him to the 6. It's 2nd and 5. Appreciate y'all hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe. Following this game, we will get a Eagles post-game episode out of the Birds Nest podcast, so definitely feel free to stay tuned for that. Like and subscribe to Birds Nest Media. We are also trying to get you a bunch of guests on for the Birds Nest podcasts. So we got Kyler Murray lining up under center. We got James Conner in the backfield. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Conner. Conner gets to the 5-yard line, and that's it. So it's 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 now for the Cardinals from the Eagles' 5-yard line. So the Cardinals can technically get a first down without scoring here. But given how the Eagles' run defense has been, I would not be surprised if the Cardinals just run it the next couple of plays. .540 left in this game. Murray in the gun, back to his left. Murray takes the snap, back, looking, throwing, overthrows Wilson, incomplete. Does stop the clock at 5:30. It is 4th and 4. So the Eagles do come up with a big 3rd down stop deep in their own territory, and now it's time for the Eagles. If you're the Cardinals, I wouldn't be surprised if you just leave the offense out on the field. You only need 4 yards to keep the ball, and that is what they're doing. They're keeping the offense out there. Murray is in the gun. We got Conner to his left. Cardinals are last in the league in 4th down conversions. Murray takes a snap. Man coming. Caught. Touchdown, Wilson. Cardinals on the verge of tying this game up here. So they're going to send Matt Prater out to kick the extra point. Snap, hold, kick is good. So we're all tied up again. Eagles offense going to go back to work here. They got 5:26 to score at least 3 points. And if they're going to score 3 points, they need to take all of that 5:26. They can't be burning. They can't be moving the ball down the field in 2 minutes and scoring a field goal, because the Cardinals will move the ball down the field in 3 minutes and score a touchdown, and it'll be game over. That was an 8-play, 77-yard drive. Took 4 minutes and 29 seconds for the Cardinals. James Conner, 22 carries, 116 yards so far in this game. It's the first time in more than a handful of seasons that the Eagles' run defense has allowed a 100-yard rusher. They've allowed plenty of 100-yard rushing games this season. Eagles defense is playing down to the Cardinals right now. And we will talk right now about the Cardinals' possessions. We've got field goal, interception, field goal, end of half. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Cardinals have not punted once this game. Eagles' defense has been non-existent. And it's been mostly the run defense. The last time the Eagles allowed an individual to have a 100-plus yard rushing game was November 3rd, 2022, Dameon Pierce, Houston. Pierce was 27 carries for 139 yards, no touchdowns. Prater is on to kick this away, and it is caught by Eli Ricks. There is a flag down, so we're going to check this flag here. But pending the flag, the Eagles do get the football. It was an onside kick, so the Cardinals were trying to hold on to the football. And they are going to get offsides. Yeah, they're going to get Ricks offsides, so we're going to have to try this onside kick again here. All right, so it's 1st and 10 for the Eagles. Ball is on the Cardinals' 39-yard line. Hurts in the gun, takes a snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to get about 2. I think I missed something there regarding the penalty. They got the Cardinals on offsides. They got the Cardinals on offsides there, so. Swift picks up a yard, gets to the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Honestly, the onside kick was a smart decision by the Cardinals because if and we're in an injury timeout, by the way, folks. We got somebody down for the Cardinals, so we're in an injury timeout. With 5:08 left in this game. But yeah, the onside kick, and I appreciate everybody for hanging out. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. The onside kick was the smart move for Arizona because what that does is it removes a lot of the field that the Eagles would need to utilize to maneuver down the field. So the Eagles can't burn 5.5 minutes, even if the Eagles recovered the onside kick. If the Cardinals recover the onside kick, probably game over because the Cardinals have demonstrated that the Eagles cannot stop them. So, but definitely let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Around the league right now, while we're waiting for the injury timeout to wrap up, we got 27-10 over in Washington. San Francisco is on top of Washington, 27-10. Got Miami losing to Baltimore. It's 35-19 Baltimore. That game's in the fourth quarter. 11:01 left in the fourth quarter in Buffalo. Buffalo on top of New England, 27 to 21. I apologize. Chicago and Atlanta just went into the fourth quarter. It's 27 to 10 over there in favor of Chicago. We are coming back from the break. Eagles have 77 rushing yards. The Cardinals have 209. Because, again, the Eagles' run defense has not shown up. And this is something I've been screaming about since the bye week. Why is the Eagles' run defense so abysmally bad? Why has it not shown up since the bye? The Eagles were number one in the league in run defense going into the bye week. They allowed, on average, 65.6 rushing yards per game. Since the bye week, including or going into this game, the Eagles have allowed. The Eagles are like the. Let me double check that before I commit to it. But the Eagles' run defense is. Eighth in the league, allowing 95.2. But that is, there's a lot of. All right, Hurts is in the gun, back to his left. Hurts takes the snap back, looking, throws, caught A.J. Brown down to the 25, down to the 20. I get this, and I like the fact that the Eagles picked up the first down, but why are we throwing the football? The only way the Eagles are going to win this game right now is if they control the clock, because the Cardinals have demonstrated that they can do that. And the Cardinals have demonstrated that as long as they run the football, the Eagles' run defense will not be able to stop them. First and 10, ball's at the 20-yard line. Hurts is in the gun, Swift to his right. A.J. Brown in the slot to the near side. Julio Jones wide out to the near side. Hurts takes the snap, hands it off to Swift. Swift going to roll out to the near side. There is a flag that is thrown. Swift gets maybe a yard. Offensive holding on Jordan Mailata is called, so that's going to march the Eagles back 10 yards. We have 4:13 left in this game. Clock is stopped following the penalty. It is 1st and 20 for the Eagles following the Jordan Mailata penalty. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. There is no reason why the Eagles should be doing anything but run the football right now if they want to do anything like control the clock. Julio Jones going off to the sideline. I have no idea what he's talking about. Okay, now he's going to go to the sideline, and Jack Stoll's coming out, so it was a substitution-related issue. Hurts breaks the huddle, and he's going to line up in the gun. Kenny Gainwell lines up to his right. Ball's on the Cardinals 30. Hurts takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, use Gainwell as a blocker, and he's going to get tripped up after picking up 3 yards. They're actually going to credit him to the 26, so it's a pickup of 4, 2nd and 16 for the Eagles. The most important thing right now is the clock is running, which is exactly what you want to have happen right now. Downside is Cardinals have all 3 timeouts, so even if the Eagles do burn the clock and get down to field goal range, Cardinals have all 3 timeouts, so they could stop the clock whenever they want to, plus the 2-minute warning. 3.5 left in this game. Hurts in the gun, back to his right. Hurts takes a snap, fakes the handoff to Gainwell. Going to take it himself, and he's going to fall down at the 30. So that play went nowhere. It's 3rd down, 3rd and 20 for the Eagles. It's a long 2 sticks. And Eagles fans absolutely expressing their disgruntlement about everything right now. They're actually going to credit him to the 19, so it's 3rd and 9, or down to the 29, so it's 3rd and 19 for the Eagles. Inside of 3 minutes left in this game. Eagles have to get down to the 10-yard line. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. And now the play clock has run out, so the Eagles are going to take their second charge timeout. Because clock management has not been the Eagles' strong suit right now. Apparently on the 1st and 20 quarterback run, a loud singular really was yelled by somebody in the Lincoln Financial Field crowd, picked up by Jimmy Kempski, a Philly voice. So we got 3rd and 19. Ball is on the 29-yard line. Hurts is in the gun with an empty backfield. Play clock winding down. Takes a snap. Quick throw to Kenny Gainwell. No surprise there. He is tripped up at the 25. Doesn't get even remotely close to the first down marker. Only benefit to that play is the clock is running, but somebody calls a timeout. So that is not even a benefit anymore. Cardinals take their first timeout. And the Eagles offense going off of the field. Eagles defense is the group that's going to have to be relied upon, and they have not been relied upon this game. They have not demonstrated any degree of anything, really, for the most part. They had some great plays in the first half to force the Cardinals to field goals, but realistically, it's been absolutely horrific. But Jake Elliott coming on to attempt the extra point. I'm sorry, not the extra point, the field goal here. It is going to be a 43-yard attempt. We got 2:37 left in this game. Elliott, snap, hold, kick is good. And with 2:33 left to play in this game, the Eagles take the lead again. Score 31-28. Cardinals have 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. Appreciate all of you for hanging in. You could be watching this game anywhere, but instead you're watching it with me, and that is greatly appreciated. Feel free to drop a comment in the chat here. Do you think the Eagles defense is going to be able to hold out for 2.5 minutes? 2:33. Do you think the Eagles defense is going to be able to hold out for that? Drop a comment. Would love to hear from you. Wade, thanks for the subscription. Really appreciate you subscribing. But here we go, folks. Elliott on to kick this away. And that is going to get fielded at the 4, and it's going to get brought up to the 20, to the 25, to the run out of bounds at about the 29. Actually run out of bounds at the 30. Sidney Brown ran him out. So, first and 10, the Cardinals will pick up 1st and 10 from the 30. They got to go 70 yards if they want to win the game. They only need a field goal to tie it. And they've got 2:28 to do it in. They've got 2 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Murray lines up in the gun back to his right. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor is going to get stopped after picking up maybe a yard. And they will credit him for a yard. So it's 2nd and 9 from the 31 of the Cardinals. Clock is running. Cardinals don't have to run a play before the 2-minute warning if they don't have to. Murray lines up in the gun. Clock is winding down. Murray does run a play. So they do take the snap. Throw. It is caught by Rondell Moore. That is a first down. He is brought down inbounds, and it is going to send us to the 2-minute warning, folks. We got 1:54 left to play in the game, actually. But yeah, that is Rondell Moore on the reception, and we got 1:54 left in this game. 2-minute warning right now. Quick check around the league. Washington is losing to the 49ers 27-10. Baltimore is blowing out Miami 42-19. Buffalo on top of New England 27-21. Chicago on top of Atlanta 27-17. All these games are well into the fourth quarter. Indianapolis on top of Las Vegas 20-13. Jacksonville shutting out the Carolina Panthers 26-0. And then the Los Angeles Rams on top of the New York Giants 26-19. And then the New Orleans Saints blowing out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 23-7. So that's where we're at right now around the league, if you're at all interested in any of those around the league scores. Cardinals, again, right now, so here's the situation. Cardinals have 154 to go down the field. If they want to score, if they want to win the game, they have to score a touchdown. If they want to tie the game, send it to overtime, they only need a field goal. The Cardinals have 2 timeouts now at this point. So we are inside of the 2-minute warning. Cardinals have 2 timeouts. The Eagles' run defense has allowed, on this Arizona Cardinals team, has allowed 210 rushing yards. So it's not great. But even worse is the fact that the Eagles were not able to come away with a touchdown on their what is looking like it's going to be their last drive. So we will see what happens here. The Eagles have picked off Kyler Murray once, and Kyler Murray statistically has been sacked once for 4 yards. But the Eagles need to get back on interceptions and interceptions, fumbles. They need turnovers. They need something here. Yeah. Eagles not doing great right now, Kona. Murray in the gun, back to his right. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor going to roll out to the outside, picks up 5. Picks up 6, actually. It brings up 2nd and 4. Brought down by Josh Sweat, but again, I mean, Cardinals have been having their way. Lemonade wouldn't be the Eagles if they didn't have a stress at the end of the game. I agree. Murray in the gun, back to his right. Murray takes the snap, back, looking, throwing, and it is going to be caught by Dortch, pushed out of bounds by Eli Ricks, so that does stop the clock. But 1:31 left in this game, and Dortch does pick up a first down there. That was a 10-yard pickup there. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line of the Eagles. Actually, the 41-yard line, my bad. Murray in the gun, back to his left. Murray takes a snap, back, looking, throwing. Dortch catches it, 25-20, 15-10. Bradbury brings him down finally at the 6-yard line, but and he brought down inbound, so the clock is running, but it is 1st and goal for the Cardinals from the Eagles' 5-yard line. And oh boy, if the Eagles wind up losing this game, then it's going to be scorched earth in Philadelphia right now. Murray under center. Connor in the backfield. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor powers forward, picks up 3. Gets down to the 2-yard line. It is 2nd and goal from the 2. Eagles take their final timeout. We got 36 seconds left in this game. Eagles need to come up with something here. Got 71 people in this stream. Please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media. It really helps the channel out. It's going to be scorched earth in Philadelphia if the Cardinals beat us. Second and goal. Ball is on the 2. Murray lines up under center. Connor in the backfield. Moore goes in motion. Murray takes the snap, hands it off to Connor. Connor in for the touchdown. Connor gets in for the touchdown, and the Cardinals go up by a score of 34-31. And barring some kind of a miracle, it looks like the Eagles are going to lose this game. The Eagles have there are 32 seconds left with no timeouts. Are they saying that he's short? They're checking the replay here. They're checking to see where his right knee goes down. If his right knee goes down before the ball crosses the pylon, doesn't matter. They confirmed it. Snap, hold, kick is good. So it is now 35-31 for the Cardinals. David, to be fair, I mean, you guys did win yesterday. This loss is absolutely on the defense. This loss is absolutely on the defense. There is no excuse for losing to this Cardinals team under no circumstances. There is no excuse. Eagles have 32 seconds left. If they pull off a miracle here and do something, then that would be impressive. But I don't think that's happening right now. Prater kicks it away. And that is going to go out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Eagles have to go 75 yards in 32 seconds. Highly unlikely that's going to happen. But crazier things have happened in the NFL before, so we'll see what winds up happening. No timeouts for the Eagles. Cardinals have 2. But not like they're going to use any of them. Because if the Cardinals hang on here, they can win this game. But here we go. What do the Eagles decide? Jalen Hurts has had 9 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter or in overtime, but the overtime's not a possibility here. Eagles do have to score a touchdown to win this game. Hurts in the gun, empty backfield. Hurts takes the snap, back, looking, throwing. It is caught by Kenny Gainwell at the 30, out of bounds. So that is going to give the Eagles 2nd and 5. Second and 5 from the 30. Clock is stopped at 26 seconds. Eagles need to be thinking sideline or end zone. Hurts in the gun. 2nd and 5. Takes the snap. Back, looking, throwing. Caught Kenny Gainwell. It's almost exactly the same play. Gets out of bounds. Picks up about 6 yards. It is 1st and 10 from the Eagles' 36. Bacon, yeah, I know. Eagles not doing anybody any favors right now, especially the defense. If the Eagles lose this game, it is not because the offense did not perform. 21 seconds left in this game. It is 1st and 10, ball on the 36-yard line. Hurts in the gun, empty backfield. Hurts takes the snap, back, looking. Going to keep it himself, going to run, going to pick up the first down, gets out of bounds at the Eagles' 49-yard line. We have 14 seconds left in this game. Eagles have to get about 51 more yards before they can win this game. If they win this game. And again, if they win this game, it is not because it is not a feel-good win here. The Eagles defense needs to go back to the drawing board. 14 seconds left. 1st and 10. No timeouts for the Eagles. Jalen Hurts going to line up in the gun, empty backfield. A.J. Brown in the slot to the far side. Hurts takes the snap. Back, looking, throwing. Incomplete. Goddard looking for a flag, not going to get it. 7 seconds left, 2nd and 10. Probably should have gotten that one, but Hamilton and Goddard were all over each other. Yeah, Hamilton didn't really touch him, actually. That was a bad throw by Hurts. 7 seconds left. 2nd and 10, not really going to matter if the Eagles can't get out of bounds on a quick throw here. But the Eagles need to be thinking end zone if they can't get out of bounds on a quick throw to pick up something. Play clock winding down. Hurts takes the snap. Back, looking. They're looking, throwing, going for it all. Intercepted in the end zone. Game over. Intercepted in the end zone, game over, and the Eagles drop the game to the Arizona Cardinals. Final score 35-31 in favor of Arizona. Interception was by Blunt there, by Joey Blunt, and that is the game, and realistically, this loss cannot be pinned on the offense. This loss simply cannot be pinned on the offense. The offense did a great job. Jalen Hurts, 18 for 23, 167 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Those are not the numbers of a quarterback who was abysmal. DeAndre Swift, 13 carries, 61 yards. Jalen Hurts, 8 carries for 25 yards. Kenny Gainwell, 2 carries for 5 yards. Those are not offensive numbers that, those are not offensive numbers that are just bad. I mean, the Eagles could have been better on offense, especially in the run game, but 275 yards of offense, 47 plays. It's just, and the Eagles had 91 rushing yards. So, I mean, there's definitely room for improvement in the offense, but this loss cannot be pinned on the offense. This loss is absolutely a defensive loss. The defense went into halftime and came back out and didn't show up. And the Eagles' defense, except for a couple plays in the first half, really didn't show up at all. So, Eagles need to go back to the drawing board, whatever that means. Pitties, thanks for Pitties and Sty. Thank you so much for tuning in and for supporting the channel. Really appreciate you. But that also means most likely the Eagles are going to be out of the running for the number one. Eagles are definitely out of the running for the number 1 seed. They are also going to be. They also fall to a 7-4 conference record. So unless the Cowboys lose to the Commanders next week, which, let's be real here, isn't happening, Eagles are going to be a wild card team. So they might host one game in the playoffs. Yep, the 49ers are going to pretty much have the number 1 seed. Yeah, actually the 49ers do clinch the number 1 seed today with their win and the Eagles' loss. Thanks for clarifying that. Eagles are out of the running for that, and they're out of the running for the division most likely again, unless the Cowboys drop next week to the Commanders, which again, Commanders are not doing that. The Eagles are going to be a wild card team in the playoffs, and we'll see how far they go. But it's not going to be as easy of a road as certainly any Eagles fan hoped that we would have at the beginning of this season. Certainly, this was not a game that any Eagles fan expected us to lose at the beginning of this season. But the Eagles have not been the same team since the bye. So that's where we're at. This is a heartbreaker in Philadelphia. It's scorched earth. Scorched earth for Eagles fans. The loss to Seattle a couple weeks ago, the victory over New York that really shouldn't have been a victory, and now this loss is, again, it's just unacceptable at this point. So that's where we're at. But folks, I appreciate you hanging out. Again, please feel free to like and subscribe to Bird's Nest Media because it really helps the channel one way or the other. I am going to do a post-game episode of the Bird's Nest podcast. So we're going to talk all about this atrocity, and then once we do that, then we will we'll move on to, we've got the season finale. So again, hope you all have a safe and happy New Year, whatever you are doing over the course of the next 24 hours. If you're in the Philly area and you're going down to the Mummers Parade, again, please be safe. But again, just appreciate you stopping by. And thank you so much for tuning in and, again, supporting the channel. It's because of you that we're able to do this. So thanks so much for watching. I'm Joe Donahue. Let's go Eagles.